and welcome. The futility of virtue is laid bare, now as you're probably aware. The Tories want net zero by 2035, and Labour are no better. They want it by 2030. Now this is going to be extremely costly and pretty futile, to say the least.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Now, don't believe me, this is a mic drop moment by Peter Hitchens. Now, he was on the Question Time, and the panellists and audience members were stunned into silence with this because it nailed net zero to the wall and laid it bare. Now, there is no climate crisis, as you're probably aware. There's a totalitarian crisis, and this is Peter Hitchens laying it all out. Have a listen to this.
What do people actually think they're achieving? Anybody can look at it's called the energy dashboard. You can get it up on your computer anytime and see on a normal day in this country where the power which is lighting your home and your place of work and everything else you see, where it's coming from. And on a day when the wind isn't blowing, it's largely coming from gas.
I will put a link into the dashboard for you in the description, everyone. If you want to go and check that out on any day, you'll see exactly what he means.
Or it's coming from imported power, which quite often comes from the Netherlands, where they still burn coal. We don't burn coal anymore because we didn't just close down our coal-fired power stations, we blew them up. We were so certain we were right to do so. At the same time, China is, even as we speak, building the equivalent of two new coal-fired power stations a week. India has a vast expansion program of coal-fired power stations. Even if George is right about his tremendous predictions of apocalypse, even if he's right, the contribution which this country is making by what it's doing to these outcomes is not merely minimal, it's non-existent. Everything that we do is completely blotted out by what other, much larger countries are doing to maintain their own power. Now, if you want to live in a country with net zero, if you want to live in a country where nobody can afford to heat their house, where people...
Now, do you see Annalise Dodds there writing stuff down? Do you think she was writing counterpoints to counter these facts? Or do you think she was writing down something along the lines of, I don't know, don't ever do a panel with Peter Hitchens again? Anyone? What do you think it would probably be? Let me know in the comments what you think she's writing, because I guarantee it won't be facts to beat facts.
Have incredibly expensive and largely non-functioning heat pumps inflicted on them. If you want that kind of thing to happen to you, if you want lots of people to lose their jobs because there's no energy, if you want to be cold all the time, if you want the computers which make life possible in practically every form of life to shut down every so often, then carry on believing that the demand to go for net zero, to keep it in the ground, is intelligent and thoughtful.
Now, we all know it's not intelligent and thoughtful. We all know it's just a way to control us. It's a way to strip us of our money and make us completely subservient to the state. Now, the question at the bottom of the screen now, what one outcome would you like to see from COP28? And that is, in my opinion, the complete closure of the entire thing. Get rid of every single one of them and start again with people that have got common sense. Seems to be lacking, doesn't it, in all of our leaders over this net zero rubbish. And that's probably because it's propping up all of their failures with more and more taxes, isn't it? Let me know what you think, though. I'd like to know your opinion. Peter Hitchens nails it again. And Question Time, it was silent, wasn't it? They have no reply. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.